You
So
think it's okay for State Street Bank to say no white men can be hired? Are you okay with that? Because that's what DEI is doing at State Street Bank. Just so you know, and that's one example of many others. They were saying like the NHL is too white, but is anybody saying the NBA is too black? Like, come on, like it's the North. People are white because they come from Canada, mostly the North, where there's ice and there's more white people. It's not
but
racist. We're holding you to
if you remember what my
wow,
initial statement was, is that
that's
I
crazy.
don't like my initial statement was I don't like when people hate on white people. That was my initial statement. You
Yeah,
heard me say that, right?
or
So
Asians or
your
anybody else.
question, yeah, but the reason why I brought that up is because it initially applies to how people were treating white people, and I do think they were being treated
Yeah,
very aggressively, especially in the 21st century. That's
yeah.
why I brought them up. So I made that very clear at the right in the beginning. People can be using it correctly, they can be using it improperly, but the core of what it is, it was in order to provide more opportunities for the unfortunate. If all the people that are very specific demographic, that have all the wealth, that have all the opportunities, that have all the connections, that have all the education, that have all the training, that have all of that, if those are the people that are just seen as the qualified ones and always get the opportunity, who's going to look at this person who comes from a poor background, who doesn't look like he's as capable? Especially if I know this person, I know that person's friends, I know the training they came from, I know the school they came from, I'm going to hire this person. This person just, I mean, he doesn't have the training,
Like
doesn't have the background, he doesn't have the money. I mean, and he
you could
doesn't
be
look like
sued.
they're as qualified. So I'm not going to give
You
them
could
the
be
night of day compared to this other person who has all the resources.
So you could still sue. You could still for discriminate. You can still sue for discrimination if you believe that you are unfairly looked over, whether you're white or black. In either situation, let's get rid of the laws and pressure to prioritize
They did,
traits
and
that you have.
that's why we created
Yeah,
affirmative action and DEI. That's the
yeah,
purpose
yeah.
why
Well,
we
yeah.
did this,
So
because it was
all you
so
need
unfair.